Hi everyone, it's Dwillis, Kiwi Scrapper from New Zealand, and I'm here today to share a project with you that's been made for a challenge. Before I do, I'll just look at those. Aren't they lovely? I've painted this over. It was a ghastly brown and orange, and I'm going to do wonderful things with that. And I just got this yesterday from an op shop. Both of these from op shops, a couple of dollars each, or I think this was 50 cents, and that was maybe $1.50 or something. Anyway, they're going to be done. I don't know what I'm going to do with the smaller one. So I'm here to share with you this challenge. It's hosted by Seriously Scrapping, and that's Irene on Seriously Scrapping on YouTube, and she's Irene in her real life. And it's a birthday challenge because her birthday is in February, I believe. Sorry if I'm wrong about that, Irene, but I think it's early February. Might be late January. Anyway, this challenge will be closed on the 28th of January. So if you're going to do it, well, actually, by the time you see this, because Irene doesn't want us to put videos up of our projects until she receives the item and has opened it herself, because it's for her birthday. So that's fair enough. She wants it to be a surprise. She doesn't want to see it beforehand. So she wants to open them, and then she's going to private message us to let us know that she's opened them and done the video, and then we can put these videos up. So it will probably be a bit late to actually enter this unless you live in Australia, maybe New Zealand. Okay, so without further ado, actually, the challenge, Irene wanted you to, there were two parts of this challenge. One of them was that you made an album, either paper and fabric, or fabric on its own, so a lace fabric album or something like that, fabric album, and couldn't be smaller. There's a minimum size, so you need to go and check out her challenge video on her channel and just check it all out. It's quite complicated because there's so many prizes, huge prizes. But the biggest prizes go for anyone who does the actual album, obviously, because there's a lot more work entailed in doing that, and a lot more time, a lot more effort, a lot more stuff put into it. But then there's a second prize, which is altering a certain amount of things, and I think one is pin cushions, but you need to check all the stuff out. An altered frame. Yeah, just go in and check that out. The prizes are absolutely excellent. This is a very generous lady. Anyway, without further ado, I decided to alter the album, and not just for the prize, which is amazing anyway, but actually because Irene is a good friend of mine on YouTube, and it's her birthday, and I know she loves lace albums just like me. So I've never done a lace album before, a lace fabric album. Never done one before. I've done a page for the challenge of Scrap and Happy. That's Jeanette in Australia as well, and that's on its way to her now, or she should have got it by the time this video goes up. But I've never done a completed album, and I'd started on doing one for myself before Christmas, and I'm only on to page 5 of that, and then Irene's challenge came up, so I diverted all my energies over to that. So here's my album. Remember, this is my first lace album, so it's probably not perfect. But anyway, it's done with love for you, Irene, and I hope you love it. And I based it on a mother's love, because Irene has some children, and her youngest daughter is Madison, and I think Madison's around about 2.5 now, and Irene is a solo mum, so I just thought a mother's love was very apt. I didn't want to put, I wanted to put images in here, but I wanted to be it to be images that actually related to Irene and her life. So a mother's love seemed to cover that. Isn't it? It's gorgeous images. They're all Victorian image, or Edwardian images rather, not Victorian, Edwardian. And the cover is, as you can see, it's in a, she wanted everything done in a shabby chic style. So in shabby chic colours and style. So the front cover is done in a pale aqua turquoisey colour, which is a nice shabby chic style. We've got dangly bits down here. It's just going to take too long for me to go over everything here, so I'm just going to show you that it's all layered. There's like starts off with a very pale creamy lemon, beautiful lace down there. There's a white lace over top of it. There's a flower there that I cut out of a placemat, and on top of that I put a beautiful organza flower, and then I've got some little tiny flowers. I may actually have to go into part 2 for this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 layers just at the bottom there, plus that one. And then here there's that's the top of the flower that was cut out of the placemat down there. And there's this beautiful 1950 vintage nylon trim. Over top of that there's some antique Broadway Anglaise that's been in my stock for many years because I used to dress antique dolls and I like to have the authentic stuff. Then this is just the trim I got off eBay. This is a trim I got off eBay in a beautiful soft turquoise colour. This is some organza trim, coming out of frame. Some organza trim up here with flowers and leaves. And my apologies, Irene, if you find any glue strings. There's just a lot of stuff in this album. And I put the same blue flowers that I put down on that, I put onto each of the flowers, the petals, the flowers themselves. That I wove this around, right around here, and did it in a serpentine. And up the top there's another one of these flowers from the placemat, and over that there's a flower cut out from a doily, and then there's this lovely little organza fabric flower here with a pearl in it. I put a little bit of, to fan out, I put a little bit of this, the same as down here, just a little tiny scrap just coming out. And on each of the flower petals I put the blue flowers that I've put elsewhere. Around the image I put a little frill of white lace, but underneath all of this, I have to go right back to the beginning, underneath all of this there is a turquoise colour, a pale turquoise fabric which I got from one of those pretty fabric scarves you get, those very lightweight summer scarves. So that's very pale turquoise. That's over the whole page. That's what you can see shining through. And then over top of that I put a nice very lightweight neck curtain fabric, and you can't see a lot of that, you can just see it there, you can see it here. Yeah, so that was the whole base of my page. There's some more of this Broadway Anglaise, antique Broadway Anglaise just here, another stuff for here. And then there's a frill, white lace frill, delicate frill around the image, and then these aren't entire pearls. I don't use flat back a lot. I prefer the dimension look of the, there's quite a nice dimension look there. I do use the flat back pearls as well, but I prefer the dimension ones. The entire ones. So over here there's a nice little doily from my stash which has got embroidered flowers on it, just a touch of pink because there's a pink tone in this image. It's a sepia image but it has that sort of pink wash over it. A little satin leaf from a vintage flowers of a bridal headdress, and this flower was off that same headdress. And here we've got some, this is off eBay, some small little roses, fabric roses. And there's a little cherub there that I got off eBay. That was a button and I just snipped off the back. And along the spine we've got cream fabric roses here off eBay, and I won't go into any further than that. I actually joined this all together, and I did it when I'd finished it, believe it or not, because I'm so crazy. I should have done it before I even started putting the embellishments on, so it was a lot more difficult. I had to go under laces and try not to make it show too much, but because it was going to show in places, I wanted to hand stitch it in satin ribbon. So instead of using a thread, I bought a big needle with a very big eye, and I thread this lovely little cream, very very narrow cream satin ribbon through it, and I sewed that. So it's just gone along the bind, so all the things are sewn together. Okay, so that's page 1. That's my cover page. Right, so we're going to page 2. I am going to have to do 2 videos because this is already on 9.5 minutes and my camera only does 18. So this is a lemon and cream page. Beautiful lemon lace, embroidered lace that I got off eBay a long time ago. Lovely image of a mother with her daughter, Edwardian image. It's got a beautiful lemon tone, so that suited this page very well. There's some trims down here with some flat back pearls and some more organza trim with entwined iridescent pearls. Down here there's a lace, there's a iridescent bow with a satin bow and a rosebud and pearls looped there. There's just a lot to see in this album, so that's why it's going to take so long. There's some very, very pale lemon, quite, it's very, very soft, but it's like a net rather than a tulle. So I just, as I was gluing that on, I just gathered it up in my fingers rather than waste the time stitching it and doing it. And in the middle there's a pearlized button that I took the back off, and with gold edges. We've got lots of frills up here. There's lace, you know, there's just lots of layers of lace, so I'm not going to go through them all, but that's a frilled one. That's one I bought in Singapore in 1980 when I lived there. I did this on a calico, unbleached calico cotton backing. You got lemon flowers along, lemon lace along here, more lemon lace there. So I'm sure that Irene will do the video. So she might show it in more detail because her camera's better than mine. This is a half of a handkerchief, a vintage handkerchief, well, 1950s. I cut it down the middle, and that's one edge, and the other edge is, sorry, make you dizzy, the other edge is way down there. So I just cut it in half like a triangle, and that's the other edge there. So that's probably all I need to, flat back pearls I put in here on this fabric rose trim. So that's that page there. Trying to fit it all in. And over here we've got a pink page, because this is a shabby chic project. We've got a lovely image here of a Edwardian mum with her little girl, and that's pink. And the little girl's got a pink sash around her. The mum's gown is pink. Just beautiful, these images. Lots more lace on this. This is tea stain. This was the same white lace as that there, but I tea stained it, and you can see the difference in the tone from that to that. So that's lovely golden champagne colour. Underneath that there's more lace. You know, a pink organza ribbon here that I bought off eBay UK about 12 years ago, or no, 10 years ago. This is some new lace trim or crochet trim that I got off eBay recently, and I put some pink little glass beads here. This is a beautiful piece of lace embroidered on net, which I got, I guess it originated in China. I bought it in a shop in my hometown called Napier, further up the island that I live now, from where I live now. This is a recent acquisition off eBay, and I popped in the little pink pearls. I cut all these out of a longer piece of lace, of course. The backing for this is a doily, a beautiful cream vintage doily there, and that goes right round there, into there, right round and over here. So that's that. This is off also off eBay. Beautiful trim there with a lovely dusky shabby chic pink, and underneath that I popped a piece of very soft tulle or net, very, very soft. Just pop that in under there, and these are one of these embroidered organza embroidery motifs I've got, and I popped a pink flower with pink pearls in there. Underneath that there's a little vintage doily that's been cut out of a larger one, and there's just some leaves here cut off this one here. They've been popped in there. And there's, oh no, that's on the next one. So I've extended all the laces over there, and so that's that page. I think just about completely done. Oh, that's that one there actually. So we've got combinations of sort of very soft, dusky, gorgeous pinks and creams, and just touches of champagne. So Got a couple more minutes. Here's the middle page, and Irene's favourite colour is lilacs and purples. Lilacs and purples, not is. Lilacs and purples. So I made the middle page in her favourite colour. You've got the image here, which is a Edwardian lady and her little daughter, and she's got a lilac gown on, lilac and cream gown, and the little girl's got a lilac and cream gown. Just touches of lemon roses in there. So on this side, there's fabric roses. This is on a background. Actually, I left the background plain here and just piled stuff onto it. So this is a lovely lace here. It's all shimmery and pearly and got fringes on it, scalloped edges. This edge, the edge on this side is also fringed, and it comes up to a peak. But you can't see a lot of that. Got a little vintage doily here going on, and this is a strong lilac crochet flower with a pearl in it. So underneath here we've got several layers. We've got cream frills. We've got a vintage crochet doily in a light cream, which covers the whole centre of the page, and then crochet lace on top of that, and then we've got very pale delicate lilac lace here, and then on top of that we've got stronger lilac flower trim. At the bottom here we've got several layers. We've got, this is like a knitted crochet trim here. Underneath that there's cream lace, and the same at the tops. Oops, so that's my shoes going over. Whoopsie-daisy. So this is my other side of the other side of the page. This is and here I just ripped out a triangle out of old lining, satin lining or taffeta lining, vintage stuff I had in my stash. I just ripped a sort of a triangle out and frayed up the edges a bit and put it in here. So you've got the width here, and you've got it comes right down to a point right down the bottom here. That's the point down there. You've got I dyed these with red cabbage. This one here is the same as that one there, and that's the original colour. The white. So this is the beautiful lilac, soft lilac colour it came out when I dyed with red cabbage. Colours came out absolutely beautiful with red cabbage dye. There's a little muted beigey pink part of a doily, and a little hard. That was a button. It's not glass, but it looks like glass, and it's purple. Cut the back off that. Cut the shank off it. These are a recent acquisition off eBay. I just put them all along here. We've got some more over here. This is a trim I got off eBay UK many years ago. That's the purples. And here, this bit here that runs along across here, that's off a 1950s doll dress, but it's actually, sorry, not 1950s, 1930s.